The situation that's happening with Amaranth is an extremely serious one.
Amaranth was in a...
We're here to talk about her because she had a stream last night where she revealed two important pieces of information. The first is that she has a husband.
What has now been revealed is she has a husband. Usually, if you're a woman that promotes your body online, saying that you have a husband or some kind of significant other is a death sentence, because 50% of the people will drop out thinking that if they donate enough money, they can wedge you.
And the second, more importantly, is that her husband is wildly abusive.
Doing things like calling her on stream, demanding that she does a 24-hour stream, or she's going to kill their dogs.
Telling her what to do and blaming her to do better and threatening to kill her animals if she doesn't stream. What?
Also shows text messages that she received from him, threatening to financially ruin them because she wasn't replying to him fast enough.
Most streamer relationships are asseted style relationships. Well, how do you know that? That's such a weird thing to say because you don't know any streamers and no streamers know you, so why would you know anything about their relationship? Yeah, I don't understand, like, how would you have any idea about that? I know tons of streamers. No, you don't. You're a loser and you're a nobody, and you're just in chat talking for no reason. Nobody cares about you. Get out of here.
Not the fun regular Sunday video you might have been hoping for. We're not talking about how Twitch is going to implode in 24 hours.
No, Ludwig, in a way, that is what we're going to talk about. With all the bad things continuing to happen involving Twitch, it's time to start thinking about the behavioral impact Twitch has had on its most prominent streamers. Before getting into the Amaranth situation, let's take another look at that Asmongold outburst.
Most streamer relationships are asseted style relationships. Well, how do you know that?
I think when chat says an asseted style relationship, they just mean a materialistic relationship. It's poorly phrased, but it is a reasonable sentiment. Asmongold is immediately dismissive.
That's such a weird thing to say because you don't know any streamers and no streamers know you, so why would you know anything about their relationship?
Whether or not the person in chat personally knows any streamers is irrelevant. Ludwig has openly talked about the greedy and manipulative nature of Twitch relationships.
XQC creates vertical relationships and believes his value is based off his viewership, and then in return treats people like cogs to increase that or decrease that value. I know.
This was my message about X, which I still double down on. I think I feel the same way too about streaming relationships.
While he was mostly talking about friendships, clearly it also applies to romantic relationships. Even in Ludwig's recent video on the Amaranth situation, he brings up the number of hours she's live streamed.
Amaranth is someone who I've called one of the hardest working humans on all of Twitch for years now. And I don't say that based off just my feelings, I say that based off the facts, all right? 3,919 hours she streamed the past year. It's more hours streamed than XQC, it's more hours streamed than Hassan and Aiden Ross and myself combined.
I understand he's trying to show his viewers that Amaranth is indeed a hard worker, but it is telling of the materialistic hierarchy on Twitch. Having a competitive environment is normal and healthy. However, are there any conditions unique to Twitch that would have an especially negative impact on streamers' mental health? We'll circle back to that.
Yeah, I don't understand, like, how would you have any idea about that? I know tons of streamers. No, you don't. You're a loser and you're a nobody, and you're just in chat talking for no reason. Nobody cares about you. Get out of here.
The complete disrespect Asmongold shows this person in chat is unhinged. I understand there have been a lot of distasteful takes on the Amaranth situation, but this isn't one of them. For years, they've focused on why being a parasocial viewer is unhealthy, but they've never really focused on why being a parasocial streamer is unhealthy. Somebody in chat making note of the materialistic drive behind Twitch is completely understandable, especially considering all the bad press surrounding the platform as of late. I think for Asmongold to disregard this so quickly is not just naive, but negligent, especially considering some of the worst Twitch drama has come from OTK, Asmongold's company. Asmongold does not have the moral high ground to talk about the Amaranth situation in the way he has. The Crazy Slick situation went unaddressed for a year. It is this kind of cowardice which breeds the environment required for these nightmare situations to occur in the first place.
So as of today, though, I have access to all of my accounts and finances again. He's not here. He's getting help. And I'm seeking legal and emotional counsel.
I'm glad to hear she's safe, but I understand the emotional recovery won't be easy. I feel like the clips I used at the start of this video to describe this situation will suffice.
She goes further, showing some of the damage he's done to the house in fits of rage. For instance, she said she locked herself in her room one time, and in response he kicked the door in, and shows the damage to the door.
The footage of the phone call with her husband is genuinely unsettling, to say the least. Besides, the focus of this video is whether or not Twitch has encouraged or caused any of this toxic behavior. The BBC wrote an article on this topic early this year. In it, they talked to the streamer Sushi about the mental toll it takes to earn a living on Twitch. The decrease in face-to-face communication is another growing mental health concern. This is often compounded with a variety of stresses involved with streaming every day. There's another article by UK Therapy Guide which goes into detail about always-on expectations, constantly outdoing yourself, dealing with negativity, the pressure of parasocial relationships, and sedentary lifestyles. While video games and computers in general aren't damaging to one's health in moderation, a sedentary lifestyle increases the risk of stress, anxiety, and depression. This and the unique struggles that come with making more intimate and suggestive content is a lot. Now, you may be thinking this has nothing to do with Amaranth's situation because the husband is at fault, and yes, he is. But this isn't happening in a vacuum. I feel like we're finally getting the results back of several different case studies of what Twitch can do to a streamer's mental health in its most competitive state.
That uses your friends to go and act as a gatekeeper to keep people out.
Must be trolling right, chat. Chatty must be kidding right. What is he doing? If you don't beat this in 5 days.
I hope you
have a good time.
We're starting to see what people are willing to do to maintain relevance, save their image, and protect their friends at the top of Twitch. Now, I'm not saying Twitch made the husband do these things to Amaranth, but she started streaming on Twitch 6 years ago and she's been married to this guy the entire time. So Twitch was facilitating this behavior for over half a decade. You could ask, well, how would Twitch know? The important question is, how does Twitch know this isn't happening to others? Just like Hollywood, this kind of desperate and opulent competition brings out the absolute worst in humanity. With a near infinite amount of news coming out every day, it can be hard to look at an article in the grand scheme of things. But if we remind ourselves of the crazy things that have happened on Twitch in the last couple months, a pattern becomes clear. The OTK and Crazy Slick situation is abysmal, and it got downplayed into the dirt. I understand it got a lot of coverage, but I feel like OTK as a whole is at least somewhat responsible. If you're not familiar, Crazy Slick from OTK apparently did terrible things to Adriana Lee. The incident was swept under the rug. This was roughly a year ago. Shortly after this, Mizkif, a co-leader of OTK at the time, downplayed the severity of his co-workers' actions in a live stream, being entirely dismissive of a serious situation.
Whatever. At a low scale, it's not really a big deal. I don't think people really gave a shit and really cared.
Sources say that Maya, the girlfriend of Mizkif at the time, is also involved in this cover-up. Here's the thing though, that was from a live stream a year ago. More people knew about that than just Mizkif and Maya, for sure. Trainwreck is the one who accused Mizkif of the cover-up in the first place, so clearly Trainwreck got that information from somewhere. Not to mention, Mizkif and Crazy Slick lived in a content house with other creators. If Mizkif, Maya, and Trainwreck all knew about this and it was mentioned in a live stream a year ago, I'm sure that other people in that house or other members of OTK would have known as well. In my mind, that especially goes for Asmongold, currently the singular leader of OTK. The childish and hostile behavior Asmongold has been exhibiting lately is not a mark of a good leader.
No, you don't. You're a loser and you're a nobody, and you're just in chat talking for no reason. Nobody cares about you. Get out of here.
I would go as far as to say his recent behavioral change is suspicious. It's becoming more and more common for people to use fake sympathy and moral outrage as PR management tools. Running a business properly takes far more responsibility than Asmongold has shown to have. Instead of belittling his chat and lashing out at those who disagree with him, he should take some time to evaluate the mental health of his team, but instead he continues to focus on his own stream, judging others in the process. Alright, that's gonna have to do it for this one. Shout out to the best subscriber squad in all of YouTube. I hope everybody has a wonderful day.
Know me now? I thought so.